let's talk about Elon Musk's Tesla, the electric car company. Over the past few weeks, it has fallen victim to a range of attacks, with Molotov cocktails aimed at Tesla showrooms and cyber trucks being set ablaze.
Tesla is still very much in trouble, and both investors and insiders in this company are pointing the finger at one man.
Tesla just continues to disappoint. Is this all because of Elon Musk's other activities, or have the sort of, first adopters already filled their garages?
It's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence. I think we just have a deranged, there's some kind of mental illness thing going on here, because this doesn't make any sense.
This place feels much quieter these days than it once was. In Quebec, the number of people driving home in new Teslas has fallen sharply, and the numbers tell the story clearly. During the last quarter of 2024, nearly 600 Teslas were registered across the province, but by the first quarter of 2025, that number dropped to just over 500, marking a dramatic 90% plunge in new Tesla registrations.
Tesla sales in Europe fell 49% in April from a year earlier.
A few months back, everything seemed to be going well. Elon Musk was optimistic about Tesla's future, proudly showcasing new innovations while encouraging people to embrace the electric revolution.
What else can we do with this truck? What if we shot it? Let's.
You want my notes?
Yeah.
They gave me notes. I said, I'm not Biden. I don't need notes.
I'll take a look.
This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer.
When Trump returned to power, he openly praised Elon, calling him a patriot and urging Americans to buy Tesla, drive Tesla with Elon, framing it as both a smart choice and a patriotic duty. It felt like a powerful alliance, a tech visionary, and a president pushing for American-made electric cars together.
And he's built this great company, and he shouldn't be penalized because he's a patriot.
But then, almost overnight, everything changed. The same voices that once cheered for Elon and his mission to transform transportation suddenly turned critical, and people began asking, why? Why did the champion of electric cars and the president who once supported him so strongly suddenly clash, leaving Tesla caught in the storm of politics, uncertainty, and eroding trust?
Elon can lose a lot more than that.
For many, the reason is simple. They say they can't support what Elon Musk represents. It's not necessarily about the quality of the cars, but rather about the man at the helm. Elon Musk, once seen as a visionary, is now being viewed by some as the reason for Tesla's fading appeal. This shift isn't just happening in Quebec. Globally, Tesla's stock is down nearly 20% this year, and sales numbers have been trailing off. In Europe, Tesla has recorded 5 consecutive months of declining sales. Buyers are turning away, exploring other brands, and European automakers are reclaiming market share. At the same time, Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers are flooding the market with competitively priced, feature-packed models, tightening the competition and leaving Tesla struggling to maintain its edge. Earlier this year, the situation escalated when Elon Musk and former President Donald Trump, once strong allies, fell out over a proposed tax bill. This bill, currently moving through Congress, could significantly cut subsidies for electric vehicle purchases in the United States, slashing tax credits worth up to $7,500 per vehicle. For years, these credits have helped drive EV sales for both Tesla and other automakers, making electric cars more accessible and affordable for buyers. Musk publicly opposed the proposed cuts, calling the bill an embarrassment and a danger to the EV industry.
Elon Musk did slam the Senate's latest version of that multi-trillion-dollar tax bill. Quoting on X, he is warning that the cuts to EVs and other clean energy credits would be incredibly destructive.
Trump, in response, fired back, branding Musk as crazy and hinting at cutting off government contracts to Musk's businesses. Despite Musk's subsequent apology aimed at de-escalating the situation, Trump's stance remained unchanged, putting Tesla in a precarious position. JP Morgan analysts estimate that if these credits are removed, Tesla could lose over $1 billion annually, a blow the company can hardly afford at a time when sales are already declining. Meanwhile, in China, Tesla is grappling with rising competition from Xiaomi, a company known for its smartphones that has now moved aggressively into the electric vehicle market. Xiaomi's latest SUV launch was an immediate hit, garnering over 280,000 orders within the first hour of its release. These vehicles are not only priced competitively, but are also equipped with advanced features, drawing customers away from Tesla in a market that was once one of its strongest.
Share about YU7. For Xiaomi YU7 is riding with the wind.
Tesla's previous edge in innovation is no longer enough to keep competitors at bay. Other automakers have not only caught up, but, in many cases, surpassed Tesla in technology and affordability, making the electric vehicle market far more competitive than it was just a few years ago. Consumers are noticing, and they are making different choices, resulting in Tesla losing market share in Europe and China, two of its most crucial markets. In Canada, the situation is layered with additional complexity. Quebec had suspended its electric vehicle subsidy program earlier this year, only to reintroduce it later, creating a period where buyers chose to wait in order to receive the $4,000 incentive. Ottawa also paused federal EV subsidies temporarily, adding to the slowdown. However, there is hope that with the return of these incentives, demand for Teslas and other electric vehicles could see a rebound. Yet it is clear that many Tesla enthusiasts are now uncomfortable with what buying a Tesla represents. For them, it's not just about owning an electric car. It has become a statement, one they are hesitant to make because of Musk's highly visible political activities and public persona. Elon Musk's deep involvement in politics has clearly impacted Tesla's image. His alignment with Trump, his public gestures, and his controversial statements have alienated many who once admired him. Even within Tesla, there are voices calling for change. Major pension fund leaders who hold significant stakes in Tesla are pushing the board to make Musk commit to working at least 40 hours a week for the company, emphasizing that his distractions, including his political ventures, have become a serious concern for investors. They are advocating for a clear succession plan and stronger leadership to steer Tesla through its current storm. This call for accountability seems reasonable. After all, most people working regular jobs are expected to commit to a full work week. Why should the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, who has received massive bonuses, be held to a lower standard, especially when his actions are directly impacting the company's reputation and financial stability? The criticism Musk faces is not only from investors. Former Tesla employees have also stepped forward, expressing concern that Musk's personal actions and political stances have driven loyal customers away. One former Tesla general manager noted that customers began distancing themselves from the brand as Musk's social media presence and political opinions became more prominent, often contradicting the values of environmental sustainability and inclusivity that many Tesla customers support. Tesla's global sales have seen a 13% decline, and in Europe, the drop is even more stark, with a 49% reduction in sales figures. Protests at Tesla showrooms and delays in the delivery of the Model Y have compounded these challenges, forcing the company to do something it rarely does: offer discounts on its vehicles, including the much-anticipated Cybertruck. This isn't just about numbers and market competition. It's about the identity of Tesla as a brand. For years, Tesla's brand and Musk's persona were tightly intertwined, but as Musk's actions continue to generate controversy, customers are re-evaluating their choices. Unlike 5 years ago, today's EV buyers have numerous options, many of which are better priced and equipped with more advanced features. Tesla must now decide whether it wants to continue operating as one of Musk's personal ventures or evolve into a stable, serious company capable of competing in a rapidly evolving market. The conflict between Musk and Trump has highlighted the risks of mixing business with politics at this scale. Trump's retaliatory stance toward Musk, using the very government machinery Musk once helped shape, underscores how volatile these alliances can be. For Musk, this has translated into threats against his business empire and even his residency in the United States, a stark reminder of the unpredictability of political entanglements. This situation serves as a broader reflection on the dynamics of power and loyalty within political and business landscapes. It illustrates how quickly alliances can fracture when personal interests collide with business sustainability, and how these fractures can have far-reaching consequences for companies, employees, and customers. For those who have been following Tesla's journey, it's clear that the road ahead will require decisive changes. Tesla must adapt to remain competitive in an industry that no longer revolves solely around one individual's vision, but rather around delivering value, reliability, and innovation to customers who now have a wide array of choices. As for Quebec, some still dream of sitting behind the wheel of a Tesla, drawn by its speed and the thrill of driving an electric vehicle. But for many, the dark clouds over Tesla, fueled by leadership controversies, market challenges, and the rapidly shifting landscape of electric vehicles, leave them questioning whether owning a Tesla is worth the statement it now carries. Whether these clouds will pass depends on what happens next. If government incentives return, and if Musk steps back from politics, as he recently hinted, there may be room for Tesla to regain its momentum. But if the controversies continue, and the company fails to address its leadership and market challenges, Tesla risks losing the very position it fought so hard to achieve. At the end of the day, Tesla's future will be shaped by the choices it makes now. Will it continue to be overshadowed by its CEO's personal pursuits? Or will it find a way to reclaim its place as a leader in the electric vehicle market, focusing on innovation and customer trust? Only time will tell whether Tesla can navigate through this turbulent period and emerge stronger on the other side.